here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
Here's a cool little song written by a 16-year-old little boy, given to a pop star named Buddy Holly. It was the last song Buddy Holly recorded. There you go, baby, here am I. Well, you left me here so I can sit and cry. Well, golly gee, what have you done to me? I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Do you remember, baby, last September, how you left me here so I can sit and cry? Well, whoopsie daisy, how you drove me crazy. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. There's no use in me crying. I've done everything, now I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, then I've wasted all my days over you. You go your way, I'll go mine, now and forever till the end of time. I'll find somebody new, and baby, we'll say we're through. You won't matter anymore. There's no use in me crying. I've done everything, now I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, and I've wasted all my days over you. You go your way, I'll go mine, now and forever till the end of time. I'll find somebody new, and baby, we'll say we're through. You won't matter anymore, and you won't matter anymore. Buddy Holly. Thank you.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners, by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music, and art festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at KentuckyTourism.com. And by the Martin Guitar Company, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitars.com.
And welcome, everybody, to the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater here in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting all over the world, from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon, and across Canada. We are celebrating this amazing, wonderful front porch world of rustic, real, organic music, folk music, blues, bluegrass, country, Celtic. We celebrate it all with artists that come from everywhere to be here. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, Very good. That is the case of both of our artists plus our WoodSongs kids, so let's get on it right away. She's originally from Wisconsin, now making her home in California. Her second solo album is called Shadowboxing. This is a tune on the album called Reno. Let's welcome Hannah Connolly to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Translating every word that you say, trying to picture your face and your eyes and what they mean. But when it comes down to the wire, oh, we always sneak on by. If the truth is all that matters, will we know it when it's right? But when I touch down in Reno, I'll be thinking you. I'll be thinking you. And when I get back tomorrow, I'll be thinking you. Oh, it's all that I do. Magnetic, every step through the concourse is drawing me closer. I don't need to try, but when I touch down in Reno, I'll be thinking you. I'll be thinking you. And when I get back tomorrow, I'll be thinking you. Oh, it's all that I do. Moving softly over water, I'm a silent satellite. If you tell me to untell it, there's no need to justify. But when I touch down in Reno, I'll be thinking you. I'll be thinking you. And when I get back tomorrow, I'll be thinking you. Oh, it's all that I do. Oh, it's all that I do.
A beautiful voice.
Thank you.
From her album Shadowboxing, the song is Reno. Hannah Connolly. Let's give some props to Eric Canada playing the great second guitar and vocals. Folks may know Eric from his band Young the Giant and his success with them as well. So Hannah, thank you for coming on WoodSongs. Shadowboxing, interesting title for an album. I mean, is there a thought behind the title? You're about to do the title cut, so we'll find out. But
Yeah, I mean, I think with this album, this song kind of came out of nowhere, and the title, just along with it. And after we made the record and sat with like the body of songs, this one just kept coming to the surface, feeling like it was kind of
the flagship song in it. And at first I didn't really fully understand what the song meant or even what the title meant, but the more that I sat with it, I realized it was a through line that was showing up a lot in the songs for this album, kind of just the navigating the self and like trying to face things that maybe sometimes you don't want to face. But yeah, within this song, the meaning sometimes is still like a little bit of a mystery to me, which is kind of fun because I've never had that happen before. And it kind of feels like every time I play it, I uncover new things about it. It's also the first song that I wrote where it felt like it was maybe someone else's story. So when I play it, I kind of wonder if maybe the person who it's meant for is like in the audience that night or something.
You know, it's an interesting thing about songwriting, and I don't think a lot of the audience realizes that, but a lot of times an artist writes a song, they don't know what it means. They don't know exactly what it's about yet. You have to live with it for a while. It's like the heart and the mind create something that the conscious person is not quite clear about.
Yeah.
And then after living with it, then you figure out this is what the song means. This is what the imagery means. This is what it's about.
Yeah, and usually this was kind of the first time that a song came to me as a bit of a mystery because every song I had written up until that point, I knew exactly where it was coming from and what it was about within myself. But to experience that kind of like mystery within this song was really special, and I feel like hopefully I get more songs like that.
Well, it's part of the magic of songwriting. It's the magic of the art form, right? There is a bit of a mystery to it, and I think for every songwriter that is true, you know. So it's nice that you experienced that. We're going to listen to the song here in a second, but you come from a musical family. You grew up in Wisconsin. You're settled in California now, but your family had a lot of music, and your dad especially, right?
Yeah, my dad really has a deep love of music and kind of sparked that interest in me from a young age, just seeing how much he really connects with artists on a deep level and kind of really follows their discography and their catalogs and is always uncovering new music. And
he's a bit of a Renaissance man as well, right? He's into sculpture and painting. Did you inherit that multifaceted point of view of art, doing all kinds of different genres, or you focused just on your songwriting?
I would like to think so, but he's more a Renaissance man than me. I definitely go more in with the music, but I sometimes have been starting to dabble a little bit with exploring visual art and design and things like that because I also enjoy it, but I don't have as much of a penchant for it as I do for the music part.
Well, we'll check it. We'll discuss that more in the second half hour, but right now you're going to go into the song that you were talking about, that mysterious, otherworldly song that finally made sense to you. It's the title cut of her brand new album. It's called Shadowboxing. It is Hannah Connolly on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Shadowboxing with the night, it's been falling down like thunder, holding on a steady line, thinking I could make it mine, but I lost it somehow. Drinking in the morning light, chasing down an empty feeling, don't know what it's supposed to mean, think I found it in a dream, but I lost it somehow. Busy living on the outside, don't tell me white lies, it's been at high tide now for a year. lives you living on the outside. Don't tell me white lies. It's been high tide now for
Beautiful work. Hannah Connolly's title cut of her brand new album, Shadowboxing. If you want to revisit the music of Hannah and find out information about her albums and what her music is all about, you just visit the WoodSongs website. Click on the archive page. This is show number 1112. You find out about the beautiful, ethereal gentility of Hannah Connolly, and then we're going to deep dive into the raw power of the rustic blues with this next guy. The only way I can describe this is if ZZ Top dated Lightnin' Hopkins, they would have given birth to this fella right here. He's got an album called You Don't Know Me. This is Sippy Dupri. Check him out. It's Rob Robinson on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
Thank you, Michael. This is a song about my bus driver when I was a kid. Sippy Dupri was a bootlegger's son, born in the floorboards on a moonshine run. Breastfed by his mama from behind the wheel. Sippy was blind, he learned to drive by feel. Didn't leave no trail, never raised no dust. Boogie through the bushes, never break no brush. Cold black stealther, built full speed. Shouting up round the name of Sippy Dupri. Sippy drove the bus when I was a child. 24 years, always on time. Where they had been fired, him said he couldn't see. 1 year from pension post, Sippy Dupri. Didn't leave no trail, never raised no dust. Boogie through the bushes, never break no brush. Cold black stealther, built full speed. Shouting up round the name of Sippy Dupri. One day came a knocking at my door. It's the FBI, and who they looking for? Somebody stole the bank for $1.3 million, and they couldn't let a hands on. Ain't nobody let hands on. No, they couldn't let a hands on. Sippy Dupri. Ain't nobody let hands on. Yeah, they couldn't let a hands on. Ain't nobody let hands on. Sippy Dupri. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody. Nobody. Ain't nobody. Sippy Dupri.
That's how to do that. Sippy Dupri, a song from You Don't Know Me, his album. Rob Robinson, it's great to have you here. Thanks. Finally, we finally get to hang out a little bit.
My honor. My honor to be here.
So you Louisiana born.
Yep, Louisiana born, grew up in Mississippi.
And made your way to Middle Tennessee.
Yep, moved to Leapers Fork, Tennessee. That's I before E, except in Leapers Fork.
Yeah, so it's like between Columbia and Nashville. And
yeah, south there on the Natchez Trace.
And you made sort of a career starting off. You were a booking agent for a while, or working for a booking agency.
Yeah, so when I was 15 years old, I started playing in clubs. But when I moved to Nashville, I got a job with a boutique booking agency called the Beecham Agency. We booked Tim McGraw, Joe Diffie, Colin Ray, and so my indoctrination in the music business was that. So I did that the first 7 years I was in Nashville. Was also playing in bands and writing songs the whole time.
And then we moved to Leapers Fork not long after that.
It's sort of a yanking of the yin and the yang when you're an artist and you're also employed helping other artists do what you wish you were doing.
Yeah, it was great. You know, I mean, it was fun to watch them take off because, see, nobody knew who Tim McGraw was when I started. And to watch him rise from nothing. Joe Diffie had 6 #1 records in a row from nothing and blew up. And Colin Ray was the same way. They just all blew up.
You got to watch the ride.
Yeah, I got to watch it happen, and it was really neat to be a part of it.
So the music world has really changed since then. You know, there's no record store chains left in America. A lot of the artists don't even realize that, right? It's hard for artists to not just get an album made, but to sell it once you have it, because people are not used to buying CDs anymore. So the idea of live performance has become more important than ever for artists, and you became very experienced at not just your own career, but helping others have a stage to perform on.
Yeah, so I bought a place called Puckett's in Leapers Fork, which was built in 1953.
And this is a very, very famous venue for singer-songwriters, so all props to you.
Thank you. USA Today and Rand McNally called us the #1 place to drive and eat in America. We had lots of people from all over come and play. Lots of country stars would come and play with us. And so we started an open mic night on Thursday nights, which has blown up. I've had people from 73 different countries come and sing 2 songs on a Thursday night. So it's become an amazing thing. And Leapers Fork is just an amazing place. If you ever get a chance to get out that way, I highly encourage you to do so.
Now, you were not just singing and performing and running the restaurant, booking the shows, helping the artists. You were in the kitchen barbecuing, too.
That's right.
You were doing like everything.
Flipping burgers, taking out the trash. Let's see, I smoked 700,000 pounds of meat over 13 years. My wife made over 10,000 pies. So it was a mom and pop shop. But we loved it. You know, I love serving people. I enjoyed all the people from all over the world that we got to meet. It was a real blessing.
Now, in the ultimate exercise of musical contradiction, you also started a special night there called Beer, Barbecue, and Jesus.
That's right.
So
that was Sunday night, so we could repent.
Of course it was Sunday night.
We could repent, you know, for the rest of the week. We got in there every Sunday night. We did a gospel night, and yeah, it was called Beer, Barbecue, and Jesus.
Well, it must have gone over great. So now, it sounded like you were having a lot of fun, but you've since sold it. You're focusing on your music career now.
Yeah, I sold it a couple of years back, and we put out a new record with Heavy Drunk. We're working on another one right now. We're touring Europe, and we'll be out and around playing a lot in 2025.
Okay, so for those that are not aware, when you say Heavy Drunk, you're not talking about a problem with your personality. This is the name of a band.
It's a talisman against future injury is really what it is, a mnemonic to keep me in between the lines.
Now, the great Gatemouth Brown had a hand in the name of this band, so explain that.
A friend of mine played with Gate for a long time, and they were playing in Austin back when Stevie Ray Vaughan was in his early career, and of course Stevie had his issues, but he was trying to get Gate to get Stevie up on stage, and Gate turned and looked at him and said, "He's a heavy drunk." And so I always kept that in the back of my mind. I thought, you know, that's not such a bad thing for a blues name. So ever since then, we started calling the band Heavy Drunk.
Well, he's a hardcore blues guy himself. He's got a great album called You Don't Know Me. This is a tune off that album called Love and Devotion. Rob Robinson here on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio Hour.
Whatever happened to love and devotion? When did that go out of style? Where was I when they changed all the rules? Whatever happened to love and devotion? Everything comes so easy for you. The world lights up like a carnival when you breeze through. You never see it crashing to the ground the way it do whenever you're not around. Whatever happened to love and devotion? when they changed all the rules. Whatever happened to love and devotion? I've been living with a shade on my life. It's hard to adjust to your kind of light. You're breathing out pure oxygen, and I can't breathe till I can hold, till I hold you again. I don't claim to have the answer. I hope you'll stop and think about it, babe. Indifference spreads just like a cancer. Life is something lost without end. So whatever happened to love and devotion? When did that go out of style? Where was I when they changed all the rules? Whatever happened to love and devotion?
Great message, great guitar work. Excellent artist, Rob Robinson, from his album You Don't Know Me, Love and Devotion. We've also got the wonderful Hannah Connolly here with songs from her new album, Shadow Boxing. Oh, and wait till you meet this week's WoodSongs kid. We've got a lot for you in the second half hour. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to WoodSongs show number 1112, broadcasting around the world by the foothills of Appalachia in Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a WoodSongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with Hannah Connolly, Rob Robinson, and our amazing WoodSongs kid on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. WoodSongs is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and Visit Lex.com, inviting families from all over the world to celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary year. WoodSongs is an all-volunteer multimedia front porch for artists worldwide. You can visit our archive of past shows, attend a broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a WoodSongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
Hi folks, this is Doyle Lawson with Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver, and you are exploring the world of grassroots music with folk singer Michael Jonathan on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Oh, thank you so much, Doyle Lawson, a true bluegrass legend, and welcome to the Bluegrass, everybody. Here we are in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, at the historic Lyric Theater, the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city to the magnificent Appalachian Mountains, where so much of this beautiful front porch music does come from and spreads all over the world. And speaking of all over the world, we're on radio stations worldwide, like KDLG in Bristol Bay, Alaska. We're on Red River Radio Network across Louisiana, North Texas, and Arkansas. WBCM, the birthplace of country music, in Bristol, Virginia. And we're also on Front Porch Radio in Columbia, Tennessee. And we're so grateful to all of those stations and people that tune in. Speaking of radio, we're also on American Forces Radio Network. That puts this show on the radio now on 2 different channels, worldwide in 177 nations on the radio, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America. And as always, especially in times like these, we want to say hello to all the men and women that are out there. the fans, the public that get to tune into these stations and hear what America's front porch sounds like. We're also on public television. We're on the RFD television network. We're in schools with lesson plans. And this time, every broadcast, we invite a youngster from somewhere in America to come on our show. They get to sing one song in the presence of seasoned touring artists like Hannah Connolly, like Rob Robinson. And today we have a spectacular 13-year-old banjo player. Let's say hi to Rees Carol. How you doing, Rees?
I'm doing all right.
So, 13 years old, and you've been playing the banjo since you're about 7 years old, right?
Yes.
And what made you want to start playing the banjo? When you're 7, that's a pretty big-sized instrument for a 7-year-old, yeah?
It's pretty much the same size that you are.
And heavy. Those things are heavy, especially when you have a banjo with a resonator like you're playing, right?
It's a tank.
It's a tank. That's a good way to... So who were some of the inspirations that made you want to play the banjo? Was it someone in your family, or did you hear a concert somewhere and say, I want to play that instrument?
Well, me and my dad, we were listening to the radio in the car, and I started hearing he was playing bluegrass music, and I asked him what kind it was, and he said it was bluegrass. And then we started naming off the instruments, and we got to the banjo. I said, I want to play that. And he said, well, you're not going to play that thing. And I said, well, I'd like to try. So after a lot of effort, we were finally able to get a banjo and an instructor so I can start playing the banjo.
And this all started when you were just 7 years old. You were that determined at 7 years old that you were going to learn this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
How hard was it?
It was pretty hard, but all you got to do is get your dexterity built up and go on from there.
Right, and every 13-year-old in America is hearing this, wondering what the word dexterity means. But you're talking about how to do the finger rolls on your right hand,
yes,
right? That's the hard part. Now, you're going to do a song that really, really demonstrate this, right? And this is a song that fans of Mayberry and the Andrew Griffith Show might recognize, right? The Dillards did this song. So how did you end up learning this song?
Well,
was it from watching TV and you heard it, or what?
Well, I listened to the Dillards, and I also listened to the Grascals. The Grascals do an amazing version of this song.
Well, you're about to do an amazing version yourself. It's a Dillard song. It's called Dooley. It's Rees Carol, 13 years old on the banjo, this week's WoodSongs Kid.
Oh, Dooley was a good old man, he lived below the mill. Dooley had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. Oh, one gal washed the boiler, the other washed the spout. Mama corked them bottles when old Dooley fetched them out. Oh, Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swirl and I'll pay you back someday. The revenue worst came for him, slipping through the woods. Dooley kept beside them all, but never lost his goods. Now Dooley was a trader, into town he come. Sugar by the bushel and molasses by the drum. Oh, Dooley, slipping up the holler. Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swirl and I'll pay you back someday. Now I remember very well the day old Dooley died. The women folk looked sorry and the men stood around and cried. Now Dooley's on the mountain, he lies there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel for his stone. Oh, Dooley, slipping up the holler. Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swirl and I'll pay you back someday. And I'll pay you back someday.
He's 13 years old, this week's WoodSongs kid, Rees Carol, singing about the treachery of alcoholic moonshiners at 13 years old. That's a great Dillard song, and didn't he do a good job? Did you notice at 13, he's tuning his banjo while he's playing and doesn't break tempo? I mean, if anything deserves applause, I think that does. Good job. And in the selfish pride that WoodSongs might have, that we're very, very proud to say that Rees Carol is a local boy from right here in Nicholasville, Kentucky. So he's a hometown fella. If you're a parent or you're a guardian, you've got a youngster that you think belongs on our show, we definitely want to hear from you. Just go to the WoodSongs website, click on the kids page, and we certainly look at every single submission that comes in, and hopefully you'll be like Rees Carol, 13 years old, this week's WoodSongs kid. Speaking of kids, she's an amazing songwriter. This is a beautiful album called From Where You Are. This is a tune called House Home. Let's welcome her back. It's Hannah Connolly on the WoodSongs. Old Time Radio.
Looking out at the sky, standing by your swimming pool, as the clouds crept in on the day, and it slowly turned into the night. I remember standing there, watching the fading light, thinking, this house ain't home without you. So there's no reason left to stay. These walls aren't love without you. Can't face them for another day. This house ain't home without you. So there's nothing keeping us here. I don't wanna
from her album From Where You Are, House Home, Hannah Connolly on our show. And that song and that album that you put out is sort of a testament to the healing, therapeutic nature of music, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tell me what that particular album was about.
Yeah, that record was written and recorded for my youngest brother, Cullen. I lost my brother it's been about 8 years ago now, and so writing those songs and recording them was kind of my way of processing that loss and everything that came along with it.
How does music help heal? I mean, there's a lot of folks in the audience that may not perform, they may not write, they may not get it. They hear the words, but what does that mean? Explain it to them, that music helps heal, that it's therapeutic. How?
I think for me, it was really giving me a way to access a lot of things that I hadn't been able to feel or process. It kind of gave voice to a lot of things that were really deep within me that I had kept pushing down and running from. And something about sitting down with a guitar and playing chords and letting my voice come alongside the music really helped to move through some of that energy.
That's really the point, giving voice to the hurt, giving voice to the love, giving voice to the happiness. It could work all kinds of ways, right? But when you're hurting, that raw emotion can be expressed very much in the poetry, right? And then the tone of the music representing what the poetry means. That is therapy, isn't it?
Definitely.
You're here with Erica. He's going to be playing the guitar for you on this song. It's from her brand new album called Shadowbox. Worth the Wait is the name of the tune. Hannah Connolly on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
It's only been 3 days, and I'm running myself ragged in this haze. I keep the hall light on and stack pillows where you lay. When you're not gone, when you're here and my head's cradled in your gaze. But it's all that I can do to stop thinking of you. Not that I want to. When you get back, we'll see that nothing else has changed. I'll realize your love is worth the wait. It's sunny here today, and where you are the leaves begin to change. I'm feeling far away and wishing I could tell you to your face. But it's all that I can do to stop thinking of you. Not that I want to. When you get back, we'll see that nothing else has changed. I realize your love is worth the wait. When you get back, we'll see that nothing else has changed. I know for sure your love is worth the wait.
the voice of Hannah Connolly. Beautiful guitar work by Eric Canetta. Good job on that from her album Shadowbox. If you want to know more about Hannah's music, you just visit WoodSongs' website, click on the archive page. This is show number 1112. Our next artist as well, who's got a fascinating backstory, great blues music. This is an album called Bluesland Theme Park. The tune is called Watermelon Girl. It is Rob Robinson on the WoodSongs.
Wrote this with Tony Joe White.
I was overheated on the side of the road. Delta cotton field broke out for long Delta mile. As I staggered along, a happy melody beckoned me on. Cotton candy pink and watermelon swirl. You cut a hole in the melon, fill it all up overnight in the freezer. You break it in your cup, break it in your cup. You drink it all down. Watermelon girls make the world go round. Now we're living in my stepside with Cadillac air. Every day I see her melons get proper love and proper care. Yeah, we're living in my stepside, sleeping in the back, selling watermelons from a watermelon shack. We cut a hole in the melon, we fill it all up overnight in the freezer. You break it in your cup, you break it in your cup, you drink it all down. Watermelon girls make the world go round. Watermelon girl, life is better with a watermelon girl. Watermelon girl, love is better with a watermelon girl. Watermelon girl, life is better with a watermelon girl. Watermelon girl, love is better with a watermelon girl. If the stepside is rocking, oh, don't bother me. If the stepside is rocking, oh, the watermelon's free. You cut a hole in the melon, fill it all up overnight in the freezer. Break it in your cup, break it in your cup. You drink it all down. Watermelon girls make the world go round.
That's a good song. Watermelon Girl, Rob Robinson on our stage with his guitar, written with Tony Joe White, the Swamp Fox himself. So how did that session come across?
Well, Tony lived in Leapers Fork, and I used
he did, really?
Yeah, I used to cook for him all the time.
Really?
And we bonded over the fact that we were both from Louisiana. He's actually the reason I put cinnamon sticks in my crawfish boil when I do crawfish boil, because that's what he wanted. Rob, I want you to put some cinnamon sticks in that crawfish boil when you do it next Thursday.
We enjoyed having him appear on WoodSongs. He's a great guy. Of course, he was famous for his song "Poke Salad Annie."
Yeah.
So that's.
Oh man.
Watermelon Girl is definitely in that.
Rainy Night in Georgia. I mean, he wrote so many great tunes. Yeah,
I know. So that must have been a fun session. And this is when you were running Puckett's.
Yeah.
Right.
I was running the store, cooking barbecue every day, and Tony would come in, and one night we'd been talking about writing a song, and he was like, "Why don't you just come on over and we'll see if we can get one started." And we got that started. Never got it finished. Tony passed, and when I started writing for this record, I dug it out and finished it. And there it is.
That's sort of a nice tribute to him, isn't it?
Oh, man, what a sweet man. Listen, a genuinely sweet man, and he's as cool as Johnny Cash.
Well, you're kind of cool too. So having you here on the show doing and it's you're sort of like a walking encyclopedia of blues and artists and living the artist's life, because you've experienced both sides. I don't want to get mercenary here, but the business side, the making a living side, the art side, performing, being on stage, touring, making albums and records. I mean, it's doing both of those things is a dance. It's a balancing dance. So how did you do that without hurting the artist side of you?
Well, and keep a family together too. You know, you got to try to keep a family. I have a wife and 2 kids. Been married 28 years, and it's quite the balancing act. You know, running the restaurant and trying to do music. You know, we were 13 years in the restaurant, and you know, the restaurant industry is a wild and woolly thing to do as well. So, yeah, I mean, traveling, being on the road, you just have to find work-life balance. Rees and I were talking backstage. It's a lot of hurry up and wait when you're out playing on the road, and you just have to dedicate and really be intentional about your time.
It's a lot of work to do this thing they call playing.
It is.
It's a lot of work. Well, we're very glad that you're here. His name is Rob Robinson. This is a tune called Memphis right here on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Memphis grew up by the river. Those riverboat captains try to teach her wrong from right. Such a lovely child, oh, she grew up fast, she grew up wild. Now she wanna sleep late in the morning and keep me out all night. Oh, Memphis. Yeah, Memphis likes blues and barbecue. She got great big legs, oh, she's sexy and full of attitude. Oh, heart and soul. She like to watch that muddy river roll. She wanna ride the Mississippi on down to New Orleans, where we dance together, a tender body close, just like that winding river. Her love is overflowing. Roll on, Memphis. Roll on, got to roll on, Memphis. Roll on, Memphis. Yeah, Memphis grew up by the river. With the King, Stacks, and Son, that Delta rhythm of the night. And the church bells ring, oh, and the choir sing. And I get the feeling everything gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Where we dance together, tender body close, just like that winding river. Love is overflowing. Roll on, Memphis. Roll on, Memphis, girl, you got to roll over. Roll on, Memphis. Roll on, won't you roll on, Memphis?
Great performance. Wasn't it wonderful having Rob Robinson on our broadcast? This week's WoodSongs kid, 13-year-old Rees Carol on the banjo. Good job, Rees. All the way from California, Hannah Connolly on our broadcast with her songs from her new album, Shadow Boxing. We love all the artists that do come on here. We love our audience very much. Those that listen to us on radio, watch us on television, find us on the internet, sit here in the beautiful historic Lyric Theater, and the one thing that most all of us have in common is the yearning to express ourselves, the yearning to be able to use art and music in a way that, like Hannah was talking about, therapeutic, or the history and the stories and songs that Rob was able to tell with it. It's a beautiful, wonderful lifestyle for those who can do it. The problem is it's very hard to make a living at it, and I want to tell you a quick story. There was an artist. He was passionate about it. He wanted so much to be able to find an audience for his art. He could not make a living at it. Nobody liked what he did. He even wrote to his uncle and said, I know I'll never be a good artist. I just know that I won't. Nobody liked him. His name was Vincent van Gogh, and his art is worth billions today. The point is, you may not make a living with your art. Vincent van Gogh didn't. You may not make a living at it, but it can be a very, very powerful part of your life. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer. I am a song farmer, and we'll see you next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Good night.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 1112. Michael's opening song was It Doesn't Matter Anymore from the Songs of Rural America album. Our chief engineer is Jerome Gall. Our TV director is Maria Claridge. Technical assistants are Brian Klausing, Eric Anderson, Dan Field, and Gavin Clark. The WoodSongs crew member of the week is Maria Claridge. And our WoodSongs partner of the week is Linda Hess. Our show is produced with the support of Martin Guitars, the Kentucky Department of Tourism, and VisitLex.com, welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Hybrid Spring Water, Clarion Hotel, Nate's Coffee, and Travel Host Magazine. WoodSongs and WoodSongs Board registered trademarks of Rachel Albee Music and distributed worldwide by the WoodSongs Radio Network and PRX, the Public Radio Exchange. For Michael Jonathan and the entire WoodSongs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of WoodSongs is a free gift to our fans, provided by VisitLex.com and KentuckyTourism.com, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Lyric Theater in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The Encore section is next. You can support our massive online archive of shows by becoming a WoodSongs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. Thank you to the WoodSongs crew. Thank you to our audience. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You were great. You were wonderful. We thank you. So we're going to get on with our encores. The artists have a gift song for those that came to the theater. We're still live around the world on our internet broadcast. And we're going to start off with Hannah, and then we're going to go to Rees, and then we'll end the evening with Rob. And in between, we do have some fun announcements for everybody. So, Hannah, what do you want to play for everybody?
We're going to play a song called Bags Are Packed off of the new record.
Waking up lately, losing time, counting the hours down to 5. So much waiting right outside that door. All I know, bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Bags are packed and I'm ready to go. I see it all when I close my eyes, chasing a piece of open sky, something I can't ignore, nothing I'm wanting more, thinking it might be time to try. I'm gonna stay up, no matter what the sun will be bringing. I'm gonna stay up with you. All I know, so much rain right outside that door. All I know, my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. My bags are packed. It's something I can't get rid of. Oh, it's running in my veins. Mama didn't raise no quitter, so it has to be this way. Oh, it's always been this way. All I know, so much waiting right outside that door. All I know, bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Thank you.
Hannah Connolly, thank you, Eric. Good job, everybody. Next week on our broadcast, we're celebrating the music of Berkeley in Massachusetts, the Berkeley College of Music. This spectacular bluegrass roots group called Catfish in the Sky is coming from Massachusetts to be here, as well as guitar master. This guy is Tommy Emmanuel on steroids. That's how good this guy is. Stefan Remble is going to be here next week as well. So it's going to be a big show. If you want to keep up to date on what's going on with WoodSongs, as well as the Troubadour Concert Series, just sign up for the email newsletter. You could do that on woodsongs.com. It's free. We don't share it. We don't sell it. It's only for WoodSongs and Troubadour. Troubadour is rocking on. The final concert is going to be May 11th here at the Lyric Theater. We love the Lyric Theater, but Troubadour is moving to the Kentucky Theater. Why? To celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary. So they asked Troubadour to move its concerts to the historic Kentucky Theater, which we're doing. May 23rd is going to be Emmylou Harris at the Kentucky Theater. May 11th here, there's no tickets, so don't worry about it. We're not trying to sell you anything. May 11th is the Marty Stewart concert here at the Lyric Theater. That will be the final Troubadour concert. But there's so many great things going on. Sign up for the email newsletter so we can keep in touch with you on it, as well as all these kids that come on our show. And before we get to Rees, I want to praise our audience. When there were massive tornadoes in western Kentucky, we put a call out to the WoodSongs community and said, can we help the musicians that lost everything, their homes, their jobs? Many of them lost family members, and most especially, all those musicians lost all their instruments, gone in these tornadoes. The WoodSongs community donated over 1,000 instruments that we distributed completely free to all the musicians in western Kentucky and Tornado Alley. Then Appalachia got hit with massive floods, and we asked again, would the WoodSongs community help these musicians who lost everything in these massive floods, because the Appalachian Mountains get devastated when there's too much rain. Again, 1,000 people donated guitars and banjos, mandolins, a $5,000 Wurlitzer upright bass, keyboards, everything. And it all, we were able to do it all for free. We met a young boy who lost his father. and wanted very much to follow in his father's musical footsteps. And his father was a guitar player and a bass player, but one of the things his father loved, though he joked about it a lot, was the banjo. And so we put a call out to our WoodSongs community, and we're very glad to say that a very kind person donated a beautiful, virtually brand new 5-string banjo to this young boy because of the love among the WoodSongs audience. So we're thankful to all of you that make up this family called WoodSongs. We appreciate you very much. It's going to be a beautiful story. And Rees, you're a great player, and just so happens you're playing a banjo very much like the kind that this young boy is going to get. So what are you going to play for us?
Well, I think I might do y'all one called Foggy Mountain Chimes.
Go for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rees Carol, the banjo kid. I love it. Good job, Rees. We especially want to thank your mom and dad for giving you the privilege of music, buying you that banjo, right? So that's a very good thing. Now, for those of you that want to meet Rees, when the show's done, we're going to take a quick picture under the WoodSong sign, but Rees is going to be in the lobby, and what he has are the first official programs for the Song Farmer Weekend at Renfro Valley at the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. This is front porch pickers coming from all over the nation to be at the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame for 2 days of workshops, song circles, bluegrass jams, music lessons, concerts, everything. And WoodSong's partners get to go for free to both days if they want to be part of that. So we encourage everybody to do that, and Rees will be in the lobby with those programs you can check out to see what kind of fun stuff is going on. Right, Rees? All right, buddy, good job. And Rob, what are you going to play for everybody?
This is called The Intervention. This is about the second time I got arrested.
Well, we drank up all the whiskey and we busted up the steel. We woke up in the field, set the dope on fire. We gathered all the mushrooms and we scrambled in the eggs. We set the cows free when we cut the fence wires. We were going, gone. When I heard the sheriff on the loud bullhorn, a hollow welcome song. Welcome to your intervention. Herding cows on a third rear run in a swampland boat, buzzing down Maine. We drove a stampede right through the revival tent. Everybody in town got saved. Yeah, we were going, gone. When I heard the sheriff with the roadblock on, a hollow welcome song. Welcome to your intervention. Welcome to your intervention. You cannot circumvent your apprehension. Take it easy now, you had a good run. But there's a dozen deputies with billy clubs and guns. Welcome to your intervention. Kill the bear, son, kill the engine. We've been waiting on you. Welcome to your intervention. Welcome to your intervention. You cannot circumvent your apprehension. Take it easy now, you had a good run. But there's a dozen deputies with billy clubs and guns. Welcome to your intervention. Kill the bear, son, kill the engine. We've been waiting on you, yeah. Welcome to the party, lights have turned blue. Welcome to these fuzzy cuffs for you. Welcome to your intervention.
Thank you.
I got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm on the farm. You click it on